everyone, and welcome back to another video of Ashfire 303. In this video, I'm going to be talking about The Little Prince. I used to read this story when I was little, and I watched the movie a few years back on Netflix. But unfortunately, they took it off its listing. I think it's only available in Britain now, but it's a good story. So basically, it starts off with an adult, and and they first wanted to draw, right? And they tried drawing because they were learning about things that ate other animals. So they drew that, but people thought it was a hat. So no one believed him, and so he had to give everything up for his career and do everything that the adults asked him to. And then in the Little Prince movie, it talks about this girl. I forgot her name. But she's very studious, but her mother forces her to do everything that she has to do that day. She has all the events for her entire life. So it's like a life calendar. Like she has to do this, and they already have things planned for next year and everything. So then a new old man strangely moves in next to them. And then she obviously goes there to greet them and say hi. And then he begins to tell her about stories about the Little Prince. And then she gets super inspired and she starts drawing. But her mother quickly dismisses all of that because, she already has her entire life planned. And I believe that that's not really good, because people should have the ability to do what they want to and not just have their life planned. But that happened anyways. And then the old man was talking about his story about meeting the Little Prince. The Little Prince was a little kid. He had come from a planet very far away. And it was near the asteroids and stuff like that. And he was talking about how there are different plants that grew and the weeds, and he had to pull them out. But there was one, which was the rose, and he talked with her, and he fell in love with her, the Little Prince. And he fell in love with her, but she was really vain, so he had to put her in a glass thing to calm her down, and then he left. He left to Earth, and then he was with the aviator. He was learning all different types of things, as well as meeting the fox. So basically, when the Little Prince meets the fox, they meet, and the fox is like, "Oh yeah, don't tame me, because if you do, I'm gonna be super happy. I'm gonna live an awesome life." And the Little Prince is like, "Oh, okay." And then the fox is like, "Tame me though." So basically, the Little Prince tames the fox, and afterwards, the Little Prince has to go because, they can't stay in the desert forever. So so the fox says goodbye, and the Little Prince keeps going. So he's still trying to find a way back home while still exploring. And I'm telling you, the little girl, she's starting to go against her mother because, you can't just have your entire life planned. She should be able to meet and talk with other people. So she keeps on meeting the old man secretly, and he tries to build an airplane, I believe. But unfortunately, it does not work. And then some events happen where the old man becomes very sick and he doesn't appear in the house anymore. And the little girl goes to check what happened, and turns out he's in the hospital. So basically, she goes to the hospital to check up on him and everything. And then he shows them to a room, I think. And then she meets the Little Prince. So then I think all of them go to the planets, and then they learn about all the different things, the different types of people that rule the planets. There was a king that had no subjects, but he just wanted to be king. A person that had to work. All the different types of people, mostly alcoholics, or they had the king that I'm telling you about. It was just a variety of people. And I think that's just a little perspective, just a little figurative language to see the people in actual real life, the types of people that are in the world. But in the end, I think the girl saves the old man, and the Little Prince ends up going home with the rose. And that's how it finished. I really like this story so much, and the movie on Netflix is just amazing. I just simply recommend it because it's just so awe-inspiring. Well, I believe if you do have a VPN, which I do not, you should be able to change it to Britain, and then you'll be able to watch Little Prince. But I thoroughly recommend it, and thank you for watching the summary, and have a great day or night. Take care!